Laikipia Conservancies Association has community conservancies as well as private conservancies working together. I'm proud to say I'm a founder of it, and the whole idea was how can we all come and sit around the table as the conservation community instead of saying community and private. We are all doing the same thing pretty much, which is conservation. So through LCA, we've been able to put everybody around the table, and we talk about our strengths and weaknesses together and how to go forward. And what we're doing is we are, as far as communities are concerned, we are doing our level best to educate people and to trigger the fruits of conservation back to the community, plow the money back. I can give an example of Ilingwezi Community Conservancy, where our members, we own a piece of land as a community. I am the custodian of the title deed, and we are about 5,000 people. We've set aside about 75% of our land into wildlife conservation, and that is the backbone of our income generating project as far as wildlife conservation is. We have a lodge that high-end people come, including Prince William and other people. And the money that we get from that and donors and carbon credit money and all that is put together and it's plowed back into community conservation projects. With that, then the community gets, I don't want to say land, because these people were doing wildlife conservation
from way back.
What they never did was to make a living out of it. But now, economically, we're making a living out of it. We've got women in leadership and women in programs and youth, elders, everyone is benefiting. I can give, like this year we are giving out, we've given out this term an equivalent of about, in Kenya shillings, probably 8 million shillings to education, to sponsor kids or to pay school bursaries, build clinics, build high schools through wildlife conservation. So people see the benefit, not to mention the jobs. All these conservancies in Laikipia put together, we have job opportunities. We hire what we call local, and we've got local. So local is anybody else, be it a Mzungu from the UK and expertise on something that we don't have, but the local gets the first priority. So if you're working, if my son is working in a private conservancy, before the poacher goes in and hunt a rhino in there, I will tell the conservancy because I know my son will be in the battle. So with that, that's what I call the symbiotic relation between people and wildlife, direct benefit.
I'll come back to what it is that you had mentioned earlier on in relation to the territorial boundaries that are set and all that, and perhaps just ask for you to highlight that some more to make us understand, what exactly you are referring to some more, because then if you're going to set up some of these entities like schools and all that would benefit a community, how do you do that ably without considering boundaries, without considering some of these things that you highlight? But before you respond to that, I think it's also noble that as well Prince tells us what he makes of the socio-economic impact as to this. And when we're talking about the numerous conservancies, just what they are doing towards making sure that, yes, the community is enlightened as to how they can minimize the conflict.
Well, thank you so much. I being an engineer by profession, but I have a passion for conservation, and has always been a dream. How can I help my community to preserve the treasure and the heritage they have? Well, the mass I have been in conservation ever time immemorial. And it's through their action and their decision they made before that we're able now to be discussing about conservation. Now the world has changed, and so we must change to be able to coexist. I founded Friends of Masai Mara as a non-profit to bring together all the friends, regardless where are you from, as long as you love the Mara. How do you contribute in one way or the other to preserve this jewel we have? So the challenge I saw was first, what are these gaps that we have? what are the challenges that we have? What are others doing? And what is this gap that I can?